I am Laura, Army Wife, here in the great state of Texas. I'm going to be sharing what I got for Christmas, but in a slightly different manner. The holiday season is a time for us to spend this with our loved ones, our family, and just be thankful for the many blessings that we have received throughout the year. And yes, the reason for this season is, of course, Christ, and we want to remember to keep Christ in Christmas. But this is a luxury platform, and so I always love to see what the other luxury YouTubers receive for Christmas. We're going to have some fun, and I'm going to change it up a little bit than your standard video where you see what that person received all in one video. So within the Christian faith, we actually have the 12 days of Christmas that begins on December 26th, which is after Christ was born. And we continue the celebration, especially within the Latino culture, until Epiphany, which is January 6th. This is when los tres reyes magos, the three wise men, come and give baby Jesus his gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Yes, the three wise men were the actual OG gift givers. And so within my culture, it is tradition that we have one final gift from los tres reyes magos, and so that'll be the final holiday gift that I will be sharing with you on January 6th. So I hope you stick around and enjoy this non-traditional method of seeing of what I got for Christmas, but I think it'll be fun because you'll be able to hear a little bit of story and background as to why I received some of these gifts. And of course, some of them are going to be sentimental, non-luxury, but of course we do have the luxury gifts. And so today I'm going to be actually sharing the gifts that I received from some family and some friends, and from some gifts from my husband that are very sentimental. And I hope you enjoy this segment and continue to watch every day when I share the rest of the gifts. Hope you enjoy them because I'm going to enjoy making them for you. So let's get started with the very first one. All right, so let's get into some of the fun ones that I received from my family and friends. We were able to celebrate. It's a tradition in our family that we get together on Christmas Eve with all of my cousins. I am an only child, so my cousins that I grew up with, they are like sisters to me. So we celebrate on Christmas Eve together with my aunt. We've just kept that tradition since we were little girls as the chamaquitas. And so I just look forward to spending the holidays with them, and I just love that time with them. So one of the gifts my mom gave me, aside from some cash, which is what she always does, she gave me this cute little Victoria's Secret. It's a cute little cosmetic pouch in this nice little pink blush color, nice little width. The next item actually came in this little box, if you can see it, and it's a beanie hat. My aunt gave us all one of these, and it's actually pretty cool. We were all playing around with it. This is actually a nice little warm beanie hat, but if you are going out running or walking or taking your dog out in the evening, it actually has a light that's chargeable, and you just turn it on here and you actually see the bright white light, and then it gets even get brighter, and then it even changes colors. So that is so cool. With daylight savings time and it just gets so dark so soon, this is very, very handy to have. So this way you are safe when you are outside walking early morning or taking your jog or walking your dog. So great gift idea, and it actually even has a little chargeable cord. So this is actually really perfect. So this was my gift, but I know my husband's gonna take it, but that's okay, right? We share everything. Okay, the next gifts, I always love a personalized gift that someone has taken the time to order. So this year, one of my other cousins actually gifted this to my husband and myself, and they were some coffee mugs. She got these from the Personalization Mall. She gave us these cute coffee mugs with our names on them and in nice holiday colors of the red and green. So that's really special to have. So definitely check out the Personalization Mall if that's something that you want to gift somebody, to just make it extra special with their name on it.
A dear friend gave me this cute pink nutcracker cookie jar. I'm absolutely in love with it.
I have a spiritual family, and we have an annual Christmas gathering every year, and we've been doing this for over 20 years, and I just love having these friends that have just become family because we all taught CCD together at our parish, and I've known them actually since I was 14 years old. So our friendship goes back 30 plus years. So we look forward to the annual gathering. We actually got to get our gifts with them and just have a wonderful time together with food, paella, and just lots of fun and laughter. And one of the things that I was gifted from my spiritual mom was these beautiful placemats with the poinsettias in red and gold. And I'm so glad she gave me these two because she gifted me 4 of them for my birthday in the summer. And so I was short 2 for my dining table, and actually was thinking of asking her like where she bought them because I wanted to order them. So I was so happy that she actually gifted me these 2, because now I have a full set for our dining table. So I love that she knows my color schemes and knows what will coordinate. That's a very important tip, especially when you're gifting items, is to just make sure, is it something that the person can use and does it go with their home decor? I just love that she picked up on that, and she gave me the perfect gift for my birthday and for Christmas so that I can complete my set. So my spiritual mom is actually very good about gifting us the same item, especially for the girls. It's myself and 2 of my other spiritual sisters, so we're her spiritual daughters. So she always gives us the same thing, and sometimes she'll change up the color. So one of the other items that she actually gifted each one of us was this really cool handy dandy bag. I think it's from Besos or Bach, kind of like in the material, right, of your like Crocs. But she knows that I love coral, and so she actually gave me this color. These are so handy, very nice and roomy to just take to the beach, take to your pool. Durable. Look at that. Absolutely a great gift idea. My spiritual sisters gifted my husband and I this wonderful home decor that we can display here in our house. And it just says, Dios bendiga esta casa, which is, Lord, please bless our home. And it has some holy water and some blessed oil. So this will definitely be hung and displayed in the entry of our home, where we have a lot of our spiritual items as you enter into the house. Now let's get into some wonderful gifts that were from my husband.
The first gift from my husband is this Kendra Scott jewelry box and the white lacquer finish with acrylic handles and gold details. I can place bracelets in here, watches, necklaces, rings, and it's a great size to place the jewelry items that I interchange the most. I wanted something that I could display the items that I use the most and interchange it frequently like I normally do, but I can quickly move it away for safekeeping if need be. Here you can see where you have some watches that'll fit on the very top portion, and then of course the jewelry in the center with the rings and some earrings. You have space for some larger bracelets like Yermans and some necklaces if you want to try and separate them out. You have quite a bit of space to spread things out. And then here on the last tray, I went ahead and laid out some necklaces that I reach for most often. So you can definitely fit several here, as well as maybe some bracelets. And you also have plenty of ring space here. Some of these rings actually have like a large top. So I wanted you to see that they can fit in here and close with no problems. They actually fit rather nicely. So this gives you an idea of what actually will fit it within this jewelry box.
He always is really good about giving me something sentimental, something that has a story with a meaning, and each gift has a Hallmark card. So he actually also gifted me some Swarovski crystal gifts this year, and I revealed those on Luxmas, but I wanted to share these other 2 that were actually really nice and sentimental. We are Snoopy fanatics. We love Snoopy, so we love to collect them. As you can see, I usually have a display here, but one of the items that he gave me that came with a story was just him thanking me for always lending an ear, listening to him, but also listening and lending an ear to my friends, my spiritual sisters, when they give me a call. So we will typically collect some Jim Shore Peanuts ornaments just for special occasions throughout the year, for significance, for the holidays. But the one he wanted to give me to represent me just being there for him all the time was this one here that says, psychiatric help, 5 cents, with Snoopy. This is the very famous The Doctor Is In. So I just love that I'm able to have this one in my collection. I actually have a lot of these collectibles on display in my office on my bookshelf. So this is going to go nicely with all the ones that we've been able to collect throughout the year. So I just love that I now have this one from him, and he has to sign it. So one tip that I always do, if I give it, then I make sure that I date it, I sign it, I will say who it's to and who it's from, just so that the receiver will always remember who gifted it to them. And if for some reason when they give it to me and they didn't fill it out, I will get a marker and I will tell them, okay, you need to sign it, because that just makes it more special to remember when they gave it to you and who they gave it. It's a nice little tip to just make it a little bit extra special when you give a nice, cute little collectible that has space for you to be able to write something on. Next one that was from my husband is another beautiful collectible. I love snow globes. This year, they happen to have released a nice Disney 50th anniversary one. I didn't even know that they had released it, and when I saw it, I said, oh my God, I hope I get that for Christmas. And sure enough, my husband gifted it to me, and it came in this really pretty box, Walt Disney 50th, and it is the 50th anniversary snow globe. So the story with this particular gift was that he was just very appreciative of being able to travel and see just many different places that I've taken him to since we've been together. He always thought he would only travel with the military and wherever those destinations happen to be, whether overseas or just on assignment. This particular snow globe represented the fact that I've been able to take him to Disney, where he never thought he would be able to go, and just so many other destinations. And so we've just had wonderful memories from our trips to Disneyland and Disney World, and we were able to go last year during their 50th celebration. I did purchase the 50th anniversary glass ornament, which is really pretty. So this is the beautiful 50th anniversary snow globe for Walt Disney, where you have the beautiful castle, and it just has the beautiful like gold all the way around. But when you push the button, it plays this beautiful little tune, and it lights up, and you see all the little glitter. Super, super cute. Isn't that precious? So for any Disney fanatics or collectors, this is a wonderful piece that you can add to your collection. Again, he has to sign it, but you have the Walt Disney 50th underneath. It does have the battery, so you can turn it on and turn it off. But I think this is just a beautiful collectible piece, and I'm so happy that I have it in my collection, because it will go on display in my glass slipper room. And we just like to make that room special to remember our time together on our Disney destinations. So this is a beautiful little snow globe that I'm so happy that I have to display. And the last sentimental gift actually came from my aunt, and the last couple of Christmases she's been really good to slowly divide out items that were my grandmother's and give them to myself and my other cousins, so that we have something of hers. And she's been slowly distributing this out, and I really appreciate that, because when you're handling the estate, and for the person that is the executor, it's really stressful because you can't please everybody. So I love the fact that she's been just giving us a little piece of her, something that we saw her wear or use, and we've been receiving that the last couple of Christmases. And so this year, she actually gifted me an item that was in this box, and I would always give my grandmother jewelry, and so before she passed, she would always say, "Mija, cuando yo me muero, tú vas a recibir todas las joyas que tú me compraste." So my grandmother would say that when she passed on, that I would receive back all of the jewelry that I gifted her. So the item that my aunt gifted me was the amethyst ring set in 14 karat gold and a nice little oval stone. So this was one that was my grandmother's that she gifted me. And I don't remember gifting my grandmother this one, but I gave her and my great aunt so much jewelry that it's possible. But the piece that she wore all the time was a beautiful blue topaz ring that my aunt's been trying to find. But I'm so happy that I have this one here that she wore. So speaking of my grandmother, since this was a ring that was hers, I actually have this special baby Jesus. His fingers are a little broken, but that's okay because that just makes him all the more special. This baby Jesus was actually my grandmother's. And so in Del Rio, Texas, they had to where you could always submit your nativity scene. Somebody within the city would win. And my grandmother actually won a couple of times. She won second place, third place, and a few times she actually won first place. But this was the baby Jesus that would be displayed outside. Before she passed and when she left Del Rio to come and move here into San Antonio, she actually gave him to me. So I treasure him. I bring him out on Christmas Day when he was born. So I just think it's just wonderful and special that I actually have another piece of her with me. So I actually have him displayed here in the living room with my Santa. I actually have my little Santa because I always love to find decor that's in Spanish. That's very rare. So when I can find something that has Feliz Navidad or something in Spanish, I'm always a sucker for it, and I love to have that. So this holiday season, I actually had some fun, and at the beginning of the month, I did the 12 days of Luxmas. So if you haven't seen those videos, be sure to check those out. They were actually short, so they're only 1 minute long. They're just some great luxury gifts to myself, actually, and a lot of them I was actually able to score them at a great deal. Also, let's start some conversation because I'm really curious. I've met a lot of people that have said that they limit their Christmas gifts to only 3, which is what baby Jesus received from the 3 wise men. So they keep that particular tradition of a maximum of 3 gifts. And I actually have a friend of mine that they do not give gifts to one another, to their children, to their family on Christmas because it is not their birthday. It is Jesus's birthday. So they only give the children gifts on their birthday. It has been a pleasure having you here in the comfort of my home in the living room where I'm surrounded by my holiday decorations with Snoopy. I hope you enjoyed this first segment of what I received for Christmas. So Feliz Navidad. I hope you enjoyed this holiday season with your family and your friends. And please stick around and come back tomorrow so that I can share the other items that I have been received. I hope to see you back here soon. To all our military men and women serving and protecting our country around the world, and to all our veterans, thank you for your service. Have a blessed day. Hasta luego, amigos. Goodbye.